Yeah.
My bando make a wish, my bando rise from 36, my bando for me, yeah. Bando for me, this my bando rise to jumping jacks. Told my niggas just relax, got some bro that taking three.
I'll put this bando on the man.
Bando make a wish, my bando rise from 36, my bando.
What up, though? OG Kenny, O_G_Kenny, at Retired from the Streets TV. And guess what? I thought I forgot about y'all, didn't you? I love y'all, man. I will never forget about y'all. I just been moving and grooving, and I'm trying to make a consistent bag out of what I'm doing, so that when I bring y'all this what I got going for the end of the year up until next year, it resonate with y'all a little better. Maybe even help some of y'all come up with y'all resolutions. Maybe I can inspire y'all with some of the things I've been doing behind the scenes that are not tangible to most people. You can't touch them, and really I can't showcase them right now, but they mean something to the brand. They mean something to the culture. They mean something to the Retired from the Streets TV community, the Keep 'em Nervous Coalition, and the Legal Dope Suppliers. Anywho, let's get into the story, right? First day in Level 1. I had heard a bunch of stories about Level 1 prison, and I always heard the same thing. It's Camp Candyland. You got a bunch of dudes who never, ever going to see a Level 2 yard because of the nature of their crime, right? Which is cool. I don't wish it on a lot of people because everybody can't deal with a Level 2 yard depending on where you at, right? Sometimes it get real violent, it get real crazy, it get real aggressive, it get real intimidating. It do separate the man from the mice, though, and I do appreciate that about a Level 2 yard. However, you got a lot of situations where you got dudes who commit petty crimes and they gonna only see Level 1 yard, and because of that, a lot of them boys soft. A lot of them telling, a lot of them pointing fingers about every little thing. He took some bread, he stole some chicken off the night, he took a cookie. I'm talking about it's bad. So this is what I was hearing already. Now, through my experience, I've learned that, but this first day on Level 1, I'm seeing it already. I'm seeing so much playing, so much what they call ASS grabbing. You feel what I'm saying? But dudes, you know, a lot of little girly playing type stuff. I don't want to like discriminate against nobody or categorize nobody, right? But it was too much play the first day on that bad boy. And it's only like 100 and, I think Macomb Level 1 was number like 160 dudes in the unit, something like that. Quote me if I'm wrong. Anybody ever been to Macomb Correctional Facility out there in New Haven, Michigan, 26 Mile Road? Remind me of Level 1. Was it 120 dudes or 160? I forget. But you talking about less than 200, and this is your whole environment. You got a unit, you got a small yard that consists of a little track where the outdoor patio from the visiting room, you go out there on the little patio, it's about maybe 15 feet or so feet from this little bitty track that reminds you of somebody's backyard, right? And then you got a small outdoor weight pit and a little indoor rec room. But other than that, it's pretty much small as hell. And you're confined to just them dudes and those experiences. I learned quick, how to just watch who I engage with. Because I'm like, that's all I got for the next, 2-3 years, which is crazy because I wanted to go back to Level 2. There was a lot going on in Level 2, which means your time fly back faster. When you're in a spot that's too laid back and you got a significant amount of time still to do, it's a little, man, it's a little daunting on the mental and the emotional and the spiritual because of the fact that you gotta literally find things to do to occupy your time. You'll go crazy because if you're a dude that's used to, like, I'm a yard baby, I always say that. I'm on a yard all day. I'm making sure that the things that I do make my day, full. I got a full day. I got classes. I got homies I'm pulling up on. I got different housing units that I got stores in, right? Loaning and brawling at an all-time high. I got gambling tickets in different units. I got to pick up money in. So it's a lot different when you got 8 units you can rotate through. Like 1,000 or so guys, maybe sometimes 2,000 guys or so in the yard. Then you got 100 and something dudes. You're going to get tired of them real quick because I got tired of 100 and something with 200-300 dudes in the one unit at one time sometimes. Yeah. And you would think 200-300 dudes, a lot of people, but it's not really once you be around them for 2 or 3 months. You start knowing dudes' nicknames, and if you don't know them, you give them nicknames. You start really appreciating a big yard. So my first day, I ran into some dudes that I hadn't seen them in level 2, which was cool because we can reconnect. But they told me quick about certain little loopholes and how to get things in, how to run things up. You know me, I'm like, if y'all know me by now, I'm already an opportunist when it came to the yard. I'm going to stay on my dean as much as possible. I'm going to do my prayers. I'm going to stay faithful to my studies and whatnot. But when I find a chance to financially, pull me and my bros up by our bootstraps and keep us propped up, then I'm going to do that. As long as I ain't hurt nobody, right? And that was one of my protocols. I never wanted to really hurt nobody or put my hands on nobody or pull no weapon on nobody, especially because I never had to. I was like, from day one on the yard, I earned my stripes, and I became a dignitary to where I didn't have to never put my hands on nobody. I could just say, hey, this dude got to go. That dude got to go, And because of the responsibility level of that, it made me understand and respect protocol and politics and about diplomacy and to say, okay, everything shouldn't be resolved with the sword. Everything don't have to be resolved with the sword. And I felt, being somebody in a position of power like that, to be able to make power plays on the yard, to decide who gets to stay on the yard and who got to leave, depending on their affiliation, especially, and the politics behind what they've done or their violation, that made you really respect your power, to me anyway. So when I got to a level 2 yard, it was none the same, but at the same time, I started peeping the loopholes. I already started seeing kind of how they were slipping because of the nature of how I thought. And I always was looking for a way out first. I was like, if it ever get bad and I had to put somebody down in here and they want to hold me forever, I'm going to work my way down to a yard where it's comfortable and I'm out of here. They're going to have to get me. They're going to have to take me out of there. That was my mentality. I got amazing stories that happened during my time at level 1. This is my first day. I ran into a few of the bros, like I'm saying. I just wanted to give y'all a glimpse into what kind of environment it was. You're talking about a bunch of child molesters, a bunch of petty crime, a bunch of revolving door inmates where they in and out. You gonna listen. I did 2, I forget, hold on. Off and on about 2 or 3 years in level 1. And, before I came home. And, but I seen dudes who had went home and came back within that time frame already. Had went and came within that time already. And had been there. I'm talking about dudes on their F prefix. That means you done came and went 5-6 times already with a new case. Because every time you get a new case, that's a new prefix. And then within those prefixes, you might have multiple parole violations where you return to prison 2 or 3 times on each prefix. So a dude with a D prefix, right, which meant he got 4 different cases he's been convicted of, right, A, B, C, D. Within that prefix, that A prefix, he could have got paroled, violated parole once, violated twice, right? So that's 3 times he done been out the door for that one prefix, and been had 2 or 3 violations per prefix. So by the time he get to a D or E prefix, he'd have been in and out the prison system 15, 16, 18 times. Sad stories. But I've seen a lot of that in level 1, a lot of drunk driving cases, a lot of this stuff I'm going to tell y'all about as y'all stay locked in with me on Retired from the Streets TV. And on this new journey I'm pushing with the Legal Dope Supplier, the brand I'm putting together. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all soon. If y'all haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, OG Kenny, at O_G_Kenny. Keep them nervous. This is God's promise. And I love y'all and I'm out. Peace.